So this is a continuation. That is a mathematical induction. This is called the principle of mathematical induction. That is, let P of n be a mathematical statement about non-negative integer n and n naught be a fixed non-negative integer. For these are the two conditions. Suppose P of n naught is true and P of n is true for n is equal to n naught whenever k is an integer such that k is greater than or equal to n naught, and P of k is true, then P of k plus 1 is true. Then P of n is true for all integers n is greater than or equal to n naught. So this is the principle of mathematical inductions statement. So this is also called as a first principle of mathematical induction. Right. Let us see the problem. Prove that 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus etc. n is equal to n into n plus 1 by 2 for all integer. We have to solve this equation by the mathematical induction. So mathematical induction, the first step is we have to write the given statement as P of n. What's the given statement is given? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus etc. n is equal to n into n plus 1 by 2. We have to write it as P of n. Therefore, P of n is equal to the given statement. Mark it as equation number 1. Girls, follow the steps for the mathematical problem, induction problem is very, very, very important. So, follow the same steps for all the problems, right? So, it is very easy to do the problem. P of n be the given statement. So, P of n can be written as equation number 1. Step 2 is we have to prove the statement is true for n is equal to 1. Okay. So, you have to put n is equal to 1. So, P of 1 is equal to 1. See, the left hand side is n. So, in the place of n, we have to put 1 is equal to right hand side n into n plus 1 by 2. So, instead of n, we have to put 1. 1 into 1 plus 1 by 2. So 2 getting cancelled, we get both left hand side and right hand side is 1. Therefore, P of 1 is 1. Step 2 is proved. Step 1 is we have to take the given statement as P of n. That is step 1. Step 2 is we have to prove the statement is true for n is equal to 1. So P of 1 is true. Step 3 is we have to assume P of k is true. We have to assume the statement is true for n is equal to k. That is P of k. There is assumption, no need to prove, we have to assume only. Thus listen, no need to prove. Step 3 is only assumption. So assume P of k is true. That is P of k, what? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus etc. k is equal to k into k plus 1 by 2. Mark it as equation number 2. Now clear step 1, step 2, step 3. Step 1 is write the given statement as P of n. Mark it as equation number 1. Step 2 step 2 is we have to prove the statement is true for n is equal to 1. So putting n is equal to 1, we have to prove the statement, we have to prove P of 1 is equal to true, that is step 2. Step 3 is we have to assume that statement is true for n is equal to k. That is P of k is true is assume. So that is P of k is equal to 1 plus 2 plus 3 etc. k is equal to k into k plus 1 by 2. Mark it as equation number 2. Now step 4 is we have to prove P of k plus 1 is true. Now you have to prove that step 4. So what is the P of k plus 1 is true means? Right, 1 plus 2 plus 3 etc. k plus 1 is equal to k into k plus 1 by 2. We have to prove this. Right, now take the left hand side. What's the left hand side? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus etc. k plus 1. So see the term, last term is k plus 1. What's the term before term? The before term is k. So the term, the left hand side can be written as 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus etc. plus k plus 1 is equal to the right hand side. So see the bracket term. First k term 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus etc. k. What's the value for the first 1 plus 2 plus 3 etc. plus k? See the second equation. The value is k into k plus 1 by 2. We already assumed the result is true. So write the values here. So k into k plus 1 by 2 plus k plus 1 is equal to right hand side. Now taking the LCM to the left hand side. After taking LCM and solvation, we get k square plus 3k plus 2 by 2 is equal to right hand side. So the k square plus 3k plus 2, you have to factorize. We get the values k plus 1 into k plus 2 by 2. So see both the left hand side and right hand sides are equal. Therefore, P of k plus 1 is true. Hence, by mathematical induction, it follows that P of n is true for all positive integers. That is a sum. Girls, clear? First step is assume. First step is step 1 means you have to write the given statement as P of n and mark it as equation number 1. Step 2, you have to put n is equal to 1 and true for P of 1 is true. Okay. Step 3 is we have to assume P of k is true and write the statement as equation number 2. Step 3 is we have to prove. Step 3 is assumption. Step 4 is we have to prove. To prove P of k plus 1 is true. So after proving all the steps, finally you have to write the statement. By mathematical induction, by principle of mathematical induction, it follows that P of n is true. Okay. The next one is second principle of mathematical induction. This is second principle induction, that is P of n be the mathematical statement. The non-negative integers n and n naught. There is a fixed non-negative integer. Suppose P of n naught is true for any integer k is greater than or equal to n naught. Therefore, P of n naught plus 1, P of n naught plus 2 plus etc. P of k is true. This implies P of k plus 1 is true and P of n is true for all n is greater than or equal to n naught. So this is nothing but called second principle of mathematical induction. Last statement is called first principle. Is otherwise called as second principle is otherwise called as strong form of mathematical induction. Now see the problem. The same problem, mathematical induction problem. Do it in your classwork note. Because if you have any doubts, you can ask me. And the next one, well ordering principle. The next one is well ordering principle. Any non-empty subsets of non-negative integer has a least element. Any non-empty subsets of non-negative integer has a least element. If S is a non-empty set of non-negative integers, then there exists n belongs to S such that n contents are equal to m. For all m belongs to m, this is called well ordering principle. Okay. So next theorem, see girls, show that any postage more than 18 pies can be done by using just 4 pies and 7 pies stamp. So we have to show that any postage more than 18 pies. So n is greater than or equal to 18. And this can be done by using just 4 pies and 7 pies. So this 18 pies can be split as only 4 pi stamps and 7 pi stamps only. We have to using only 4 pies and 7 pi stamp. We have to prove the statement by using mathematical of induction method. Okay, right. So first write the given statement as P of n. P of n be the statement. What is P of n? Any postage of n pies, can be done by using just 4 pies and 7 pies. That n pies can be using only 4 and 7 pi stamps only used. So P of n is true for all n is greater than or equal to 18 because any postage more than 18. The statement is given more than 18. So you have to take n is greater than or equal to 18. So let n is equal to 18 means it can be split as 4 plus 7. So 4 plus 7, 11. 11 plus 7, 18. So we have to use only 4 pi stamp and 7 pi stamp only. So 18 can be split as 4 plus 7 plus 7. So P of 18 is true. That is the first step. Second step, you have to assume P of k is true. What is P of k? Where k is an integer such that k is greater than or equal to 18. Okay, that is assumption. You have to show that P of k plus 1 is true. Okay. P of k plus 1. By the induction hypothesis, any postage k pies can be done by using just 4 pies and 7 pi stamp. For this, in this condition, we have to use 2 cases. First case 1 or more 7 pi stamps are used to make k pies. 1 or more 7 pies. So 1 or more 7 pi stamp. So no need to use the 4 pies. The case 1, we are using only 7 pi stamp to make k pies postage. Then replace one of these by 2 4 pies. We have to replace one 7 pi stamp by the 2 4 pi stamp. So that to make P of k plus 1 postage. That is a case 1. Case 2 is no 7 pi stamps are used. In the case 1, you have to use 1 or more 7 pies to make k pi stamp. So you have to replace any one 7 pies by 2 4 pies. Then only P of k plus 1 postage will be used. But in case 2, we have to use no 7 pi stamp. No 7 pi stamps are used to make k pies postage. So in this case, at least 5 4 pi stamp is used to make the k pies. So there is no need to use 7 pies. So you have to use only 4 pi stamp. So how many 4 pi stamps are used? At least 5 4 pi stamp are used to make k pi stamp. Now replace 5 4 pi stamp by 3 7 pies. We have to replace 5 4 pi stamp by the 3 7 pi stamp to make k plus 1 postage. Therefore, P of k plus 1 is true. For by the mathematical induction, the statement is true for all positive integer n is greater than or equal to 18. Next one. Next sum. Show that n square is less than 2 power n for all n is greater than or equal to 5. Same mathematical induction. For solution. First, we have to write the given statement P of n is equal to 2 n square is less than 2 power n. What condition n is greater than or equal to 5? First, we have to put P of 5 is true, right? So, put n is equal to 5. 5 square is less than 2 power 5. What's the value of 5 square? 25. 25 is less than 32. So, first case P of 5 is true. Next one, we have to assume P of k is true. Assume. That is k square is less than 2 power k. That is assumption. Next, we have to show that P of k plus 1 is true. So, P of k plus 1 means in the place of k, we have to write k plus 1. K plus 1 whole square is less than 2 power k plus 1. Next one, k square plus 2k plus 1 is less than 2 power k plus 1. And k square is nothing but 2 power k. 2 power k plus 2k plus 1 is less than 2 power k plus 1. That is nothing but 2 power k plus 2k plus 1 is less than 2 power k plus 1. This implies P of k plus 1 is true for all k greater than or equal to 5. By the mathematical induction, the statement is true for all positive integers n greater than or equal to 5. Next one, divisibility of integer. Let small a and b are two integers such that a is not equal to 0 if there exists another integer c. There exists another integer c such that b is equal to ac. Then a is said to be divide b. B is equal to AC means what we said, A is said to be a divide B or A is said to be a divisor of B. We can write A divides B. This is a divisibility of integers. Right, girls? So, girls, just go through the mathematical induction problem. The next class, we saw still more problems in the same mathematical inductions. Then only you can be able to solve easily. Right, girls? So, girls, if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Okay, today I post 2 videos, so 2 separate videos. So just go through the videos, write all the theory part, write all the problems in your classwork row, learn the definitions. Learn the definitions what I have sent you. So learn the definitions, learn the properties, girls. Okay. Then the next class we saw the same mathematical induction problems and I gave you the assessment problems also. Okay, girls, thank you. Have a nice day.